again, my name's Gabe Zollner. You know, if you watched President Trump's speech last night in Florida, you heard him say a whole lot of very interesting things. One of them was how crooked the system is, how crooked a lot of the various departments are. What he didn't say is how crooked members of Congress are. I can see why he wouldn't say that, but I can say that. Now, I talked about Trent Franks, and I said that he was a Mormon. I was wrong. He was a Baptist, or he is a Baptist. And I talked about the amount of money that he earned, recognizing that when he joined Congress, he was dead broke back in 2002. I'm going to give you some financial information on some of these folks that I think you're going to find real interesting. Now, Darrell Issa is worth $597 million, according to what's being reported. And Darrell Issa made most of that money on his own when he founded a car alarm company that he sold. Richard Blumenthal is a surprise. He's the guy that said he went to Vietnam. What he meant to say was he went to a Vietnamese restaurant. That's when he was running for re-election or election. And he's worth $121 million. Now, you know, this one, Nancy Pelosi, huh? What do you think she's worth? Well, how about $174 million? And the old warhorse of the Senate, Dianne Feinstein, $94 million. Bob Corker, you know, the one that's not going to run for re-election, $89 million. Trent Franks, he's the guy who was dead-ass broke. Well, he offered $5 million to one of his employees to impregnate her. $55 million. And Clara McCaskill's interesting. I did videos on Clara McCaskill. She's out of Missouri. She's worth $26 million. And she actually got caught with a scam on an airplane that she had purchased, and she was charging her constituents for flights that weren't business related. I don't know how that thing sort of shook out. Now, the least wealthy are the newbies, the ones that just come into Congress or the Senate. You know, I once read that they're sat down and they're asked what their aspirations are, and they're told that they could achieve those just as long as they do what they're told to do. The fix is in the moment they get indoctrinated into the system. Explain to me how someone that has $174 million, like Nancy Pelosi does, or Dianne Feinstein, $94 million, or Bob Corker, $89 million, or Trent Franks, $55 million, can they live in the real world and relate to your issues? Well, the answer is no, and they don't give a damn. All they care about is making money. How much of their wealth was created through lobbyists that gave them insider trading information on, let's say, pharmaceutical companies? I know Speaker John Boehner, he made millions on pharmaceutical stock investments. And he's not alone. The whole system's corrupt. That's why they don't want President Trump, because he's looking to change it. And how he can change it, term limits, drug testing, mental evaluation testing. And we also need an age cutoff. You know, when the Founding Fathers made lifetime appointments, those were good for 40, 45 years. Now you got dingbats like Ruth Ginsburg, who's clearly lost her mind on the Supreme Court. And you got dingbats like Dianne Feinstein, Maxine Waters. I could go on and on and on, but you sort of get the point. They need to be put to pasture. Let me know what you think. You sure as hell know what I think, don't you?